Well, we got some folks in the house, so we might as well get this started.
All right.
I'm here today with Bobby Wonderfull, extraordinaire. Why don't you tell the folks a little bit about your musical background, bro?
So I I went to a Thornridge High School out in Calumet City, and I wasn't very good. I didn't make All State or anything like that. I was
Yeah,
just.
me neither. Me neither, brother.
Then I went to NIU where I met yourself and Brady Lewis. Studied with Art Davis. Got to play under Reggie Thomas and Ron Carter, and that was a good time. After that, I moved back to the city. I'm currently teaching in Calumet City at the school I went to elementary school with, so that's kind of cool. I teach K6 general music by day. I'm off by 4, so then right after that is usually a rehearsal for somebody's group or something like that. But yeah, I play, obviously I play trumpet, playing ukulele. I've gotten into beat making. I'm doing a lot more singing and rapping nowadays too. So yeah, that's about it.
Right on, man. So what kind of projects have you been working on lately? Do you have anything exciting in the works? Are you focusing more on instrumental music?
It's funny because the record that I'm working on is heavily produced. Like I'm trying to make all the beats, record the vocals. So I'm basically making a hip hop EP and then throwing trumpet on top of it. That's that's pretty much what I'm working on. But outside
So
of that, like my live shows.
I said kind of like what kind of like Donnie Trumpet kind of does sometimes.
Yeah, man, that surf album really inspired me to try to do this shit. But I wasn't. Sorry, I wasn't confident enough to do it back then. So I'm working on it now. But yeah, I'm also playing with a couple bands in the city with Left Jones, which has Kenneth Lefteridge, Jeremy Jones, Alfonso Jones, a lot of other cats that came from NIU. I'm playing with a band called Funktastic, doing a lot of weddings and private gigs, and playing with Second Nature. It's my cousin's band. It's like a fusion R&B pop jazz group. It's weird. Those guys are killing them. There's some of the most killer musicians I've met. And I got my own group called Gone Fishing that
Mm-hmm.
we do what we call, I guess we would call it yacht music. That's what my co-leaders called it. Play like
It's a fun
American.
time. It's a fun
It
time,
it
y'all.
is. We just try to groove, man.
Oh yeah.
Appreciate you, Chris. What's going on, man? Sorry I missed you when you was in town.
Yeah, I saw Ethan is on the chat
Yeah.
too.
Yes, sir. Ethan, what's going on? I think I saw Brady in here earlier.
Yeah, I've seen
Might
Brady
still
in
be
here
kicking it with
too.
us.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Well, you just got done doing some concerts in tribute to Louis Armstrong and Ella Fitzgerald.
Yes.
Can you talk about that for a little bit?
That is actually a really cool project. We partner with a group called Pure Soul Presents and Fever Entertainment, and they do candlelight concerts. So me and my partner Alicia Monique, we got together and put together a band and did. We're doing Ella and Lewis tributes. We've been going. We were doing every Wednesday from April to August, and then we did 2 weeks last week, and then we have every Wednesday this coming month. And I'm excited because the last two Wednesdays in November, we're gonna be doing Christmas music. So we'll do a Christmas show through November and December,
Oh,
leading up to the
nice.
holidays. Man, you know those recordings like the Ellen Lewis Jones, those
Mm-hmm.
Christmas recordings are killing.
Yep, those smack.
Yeah, and the band for that is ugly. We got Steve Manns on bass, we got Alfonso Jones on drums, and then we got Jahari Stampley on keys. So it's like it's freaky. We do this arrangement of like Caravan, and somebody told us that it almost sounds like a Radiohead tune the way that we do it. Like they got this
And
motive that they do.
you
It's a good
guys, you
time,
guys,
man.
are you guys gonna do any videos of that at all? Do you have any videos
Um,
out available?
yes, we actually got some video shot, and we're waiting on it to get it edited so that we can
Okay.
put that out. And we also we recorded one of the sets live, and we're thinking about putting out a live record next year. Just
Nice,
putting that
nice. I was
out
gonna
because
say send me the bootleg, but if you're gonna put it out, it's all good.
man, I can still send it to you. It was a good time.
Okay. I definitely want to hear.
Yeah, I'm not doing the whole Lewis thing with the raspy voice and stuff, but I'm trying to croon a little bit and
Uh-oh,
try to get
watch
some
out.
of the
Watch
Lewis
out.
licks. As difficult it is to sound like Pops. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't really try hard to sound like him. I just took some of his stuff and tried to incorporate it, make it a more me, so it wouldn't just be like we're doing a tribute show. It's more like you're actually getting an expression of
Yeah.
who we are as
So
musicians as
it's
well.
your interpretation.
Exactly.
Okay, that's cool. That's cool. Because, yeah, so many people have tried to come close, but you just can't touch it.
Yeah, man. I mean, that's the reason we call him Pops. He did all
Hmm.
of this first, and he's probably one of the best to ever do it. I'm grateful. I'm grateful to be doing it. It was a really good opportunity, and I'm glad to see that it's been sustaining. We're gonna actually look at trying to do a mini tour around the Midwest and do a couple dates. So we're looking
Cool.
into some venues in Cleveland, trying to get down to St. Louis and
Hey, let me
like the
know. Hit
Kansas
me up.
City area, even some of the southern states. For sure, man. I was up there for the Music at the Intersection Festival, and I completely forgot you were.
You were in town? I live right
Man,
down the road from there.
yeah, man, we were there from Friday to Sunday, hanging out with Friday to Monday morning. I got to
Oh,
kick it with
man.
Brady and Scooter a little bit. That was cool.
Man, Brady didn't even hit me up, man.
Man, Brady came through our Airbnb on that Sunday night, and we got to share. That was the first time I played with that cat since college, and I'm like, dude, what?
He's
Who are you
he's
now?
sounding scary good right
Yeah,
now.
and his pen, his writing. Ooh,
Hmm.
did you see
Yeah,
his set at the fest?
I did not, but
Man,
I he's been showing me some of the music he's been working on for these next upcoming projects he's about to drop,
that's
and
lit. And
yes.
he sold you the Steven Universe stuff, bro.
Hmm.
He did
Hmm.
none of that at the show. He did all originals.
Yep.
Oh, but I'm excited for his record to drop. Ooh, it's so
Me too,
pretty.
man. It's been a long time coming. It's time. The
Definitely.
world is ready.
I I don't know if the world is ready. I'm not ready, but they gonna get it. They gonna get this work because he coming with heat. And the
So,
arrangements. Ooh,
speaking of Brady, his stuff aside, what is your current creative process like? Whether that be
um,
writing or arranging or anything.
well, right now I'm focusing a lot on trying to. Well, honestly, I'm focusing a lot on writing, as far as like lyrics and getting my voice together. But also, I'm trying to find a way to incorporate hip hop rhythms into my trumpet playing. So I'm finding that a lot of the arrangements that I'm coming up with for the groups that I'm playing in typically try to find that middle ground and fuse them, especially with some of the groups that I'm playing with. It really lends itself to an intense amalgamation of genres and ideas. So the creative process is pretty scattered, to be honest. I
And Jerry,
might sit down and sketch an idea, or I'll make a beat and then I'll play some ideas over it and see what sticks. Chop up the solos or chop up the melodies that I've been playing around with. So I'm getting more into producing and arranging more so than trying to arrange for live groups and trying to
okay.
incorporate that and then try to translate that, I guess, into the live setting.
Yeah, that can be the challenge sometimes.
Yeah, but I'm not very tech savvy, so a lot of the things that I make are pretty stripped down and they're they're easily translated over. It's like, oh yeah, Bobby wrote another loop. Cool. Like that works. But yeah, that's
Cool.
about it. Yeah. Outside of working on some hip hop stuff, I haven't really been doing a lot of other stuff. But you putting me in the mood because I've been working on this one tune that I'm workshopping. It's in three. It's like a waltz, and I based it off of like a lot of major Lydian chords. And I've been trying to get around that on the horn. I found that that's not really a strong suit of mine, I'm trying to figure this stuff out.
Time to hit the practice room.
Yeah, and it's been a while after coming back from college and getting into working. It's been really difficult to try to find time to like sit down and actually shed on the horn. A lot of the stuff that I'm working on is like larger concepts, and it's like I hope this will translate to the trumpet.
Yeah. Yeah, and you were saying that you are teaching at where you went to the elementary school that you went to rather.
Yes.
What inspired you to start teaching, Bobby?
Well, honestly, my mom told me that if I did not get an education degree, then I was going to be just trying to figure it out on my own. So that kind of scared me into it. And I was still hesitant. But after I got some teaching experience and like teaching at band camps and things, I found that it was really it's a very different foray of musicality. You know, you have to be
Yeah.
aware of so many other things outside of just what the band is doing, outside of what you're doing. And it's really cool. And I thought it was really cool to see the growth of the students as they grow up. So now I'm in my 5th year at this elementary school, and pretty much all of my kids know me, and they've been around me since they were in like kindergarten, first grade, second grade. So I'm really being able to see their growth as not only musicians, but as individuals. And I'm also not focusing on making them musicians. I'm trying to create
Yeah.
audiophiles, music connoisseurs, trying to get an appreciation because I understand that everybody's not going to want to do what we do. You know, it's a rough life. It's not for everybody. If everybody
No,
could do it,
no.
that'd make our job a
Absolutely.
lot harder.
Anytime I heard this in another podcast somewhere, some other trumpet player, I don't remember who, but anytime you get frustrated with anything relating to music in our life, this is the life we chose.
Yep. Yep.
So you got to roll with it. We chose this life. It
We
ain't for
did.
everyone.
It is not. And I wouldn't recommend it for everybody. It's like I don't know about you, but I'm kind of at a point where I almost can't listen to, almost can't listen to music without obsessing over it and trying to analyze what's going on. Whether it's straight ahead, whether it's some deep cuts, or whether it's Future on the radio. I'm still like, all right, so what kind of rhythm is he using? What kind of sound is he doing for that 808? That's really interesting. Like, what's going on under here? But isn't that the fun part as well? Seeing
Yeah.
all these things that the pedestrians don't see.
Yeah.
That's what I call the non-musicians, the pedestrians.
It's pedestrian.
You know, these musical roads are for them, but they don't always understand what's going on.
I mean, well, that's true of anything at a high level, though.
Yeah.
It's tough to really appreciate something until you've really broken down and seen behind the scenes. People who listen to you play trumpet, they don't realize how many hours you spent in a room cussing at the wall, or just playing stuff that sounds terrible, or lip slurs for hours.
Yep.
Well, the same thing with someone building a house. You're not thinking about what everything that went into it. You just see the finished product.
True. And we're just there to appreciate. There's nothing wrong with that.
We're
Everybody
pedestrian
has a
for
role.
houses, Bobby.
Pedestrian for a lot of things. There's a lot of stuff I don't even want to know
It's
about.
true. I always tell people, I just go toot toot. That's it.
That's right. Like, I'm just a trumpet player, man. Don't ask me. I'm just a humble plumber. Don't ask me any deep questions.
Absolutely. Well, this is the part of the show that I gotta do it. I gotta do it to him. It can't be a trumpet show without talking about gear. What are you playing on right now? The folks will kill me if I don't ask you.
Oh, what am I playing on? I was playing on Brady's Con Vintage 1 for a minute. I love that horn. It's really heavy. The sound that I get out of it is really warm and round. But as he would tell you, the soldering on that horn is pretty trash. So it falls apart every once in a while. So I had to put it down until I can get it fixed again. So I'm playing on that Selmer that I bought from Art in college. You remember the gold one that I was? Yeah, it still plays like a beaut, man.
The thing's
Especially
a
with those springs, man. Ooh. Forgot how much I love that horn, and it's huge. It's so huge I got to go buy another cut mute because my cut mute doesn't fit in that bell. It's just those large bore horns, man.
damn
But
it.
it's what is that? A Selmer Radial, the Paris model that they made in the 40s. They made like I think 200 or 300 of them. A couple of them in lacquer, a couple of them silver, and I got one of the gold lacquer ones. So
Cool. And from a legend himself, Art Davis.
from Art Davis. And it's funny that horn was just hanging on his wall in every lesson I was in. It was just up there like it was a spare horn or something. And he was playing on a silver model because apparently he had like 3, I think, at one point in time. And I asked him about it, and he let me hold on to it. And then he asked if I wanted to buy it. And I'm like, yeah, of course. Because I was playing on the King Silver Flare. You ever played on one of those, man?
Yeah.
Yeah, that wasn't fun.
I always found those to be like a little bit stuffy for me.
That is the perfect word. Especially in the upper register, when you break that partial above G, man, it's almost impossible for me. Yeah, that radio is doing me well. Yeah.
Nice. Well, just one final thought before we wrap it up here. This is a big one. It's a deep question, Bobby. I know you said you don't like deep questions, but what do you think is the most important lesson you have learned so far on your musical journey?
Mm, that is a great question. The most important lesson that I learned is to just listen. Listen to
Mm,
everything around you. Especially at this trumpet thing, you kind of have to develop an ear of an ear for a concept of sound, one for concept of improvisation and ideas like that. But even deeper than that, you got to listen to what the band is doing. You essentially we're at the mercy of our rhythm section. That's just the way it is. We can be the greatest leader, greatest trumpet player in the world, greatest musician, but if you're not communicating and listening to everything, to people that are around you, to your community, to your tribe, to tips, to side conversations, anything that can assist, because you never really know where you're going to actually pick up some information. You know,
mm.
I found that the best times to learn something is after the gig, standing in front of the venue, smoking with the cats. You pick up a lot of information just by listening. Learn a lot more lessons through just being aware. So
I like that. I like that a lot. All right. So I think we're going to go ahead and wrap it up on that note right here. How can people get a hold of you for your lessons, compositions, arrangements, to hire one of your bands, or any other musical service?
oh, you can hit me right here on my Instagram page, on Facebook, Twitter, hell, TikTok. If you're looking for my email address, it's definitely in my bio, and you can shoot me an email, and I'll respond as quick as I can, and hopefully set up anybody that needs lessons, arrangements, shoot bars. If you need to record from the crib, I got a little studio here. I actually do horn arrangements and stuff from home. So I actually didn't say that. This year I did more horn arrangements for recordings than I probably ever have in my life. I had like 6 or 7 different commissions to arrange horns for gospel and R&B and stuff. So that's been
Nice.
pretty cool. So yeah, you can definitely hit me here at
And
Bobby Wonderfull with 2 L's,
Bobby
full like my belly.
Wonderfull.
Yes, sir.
Right on. Right on. Well, thank you for joining me, man. Really
Man,
appreciate it.
thank you for having me. It's been a while, and it's good to see your face, man.
Yeah,
Good
same.
to
Let's
chop it
talk
up.
on the phone real soon. We got some
Yeah,
stuff to catch up on.
for sure. My number's still the same, man. We can definitely link up. And I'm trying to come out to St. Louis like once or twice next year, whether it's for work or just hanging out. So we definitely gonna link up. That's for sure.
Cool. Yeah, hit me up.
All
All
right,
right.
man.
Good night, Bobby.
You too. Appreciate you, man.
Yeah, no problem. Toot toot.